Hey Mel, what's poppin'? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your girl Summer, your host with the most of Summer's Room, coming to you live with another ride along. Shorty, come and ride with me, ride with me. We can get low, 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 low. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay in the comment section. His door finna fall open and he driving. Ooh, child, that door look like it's gonna fly open. Let me know if my audio is okay. Hey Jamie, what's up, Joe? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me make sure y'all know what I'm gonna do. Yes, you can. Awesome sauce. If you catch this on a replay, don't be afraid to put hashtag replay in the comments so I know that you are here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It is raining, raining, raining. I've been fighting a cold all freaking week because of the rain that's being pushed our way. Oh, goodness. Y'all know what time it is. I'm on my way to pick up baby girl. I'm on my way to pick up baby girl. And it is raining. And I think I'm taking her to her grandmama's house since my mama asked me about 3 times this past week. Is she coming down this weekend? Is she coming down this weekend? Is she coming down this weekend? You don't have to force it on me. You know what I'm saying? You do not have to force her coming to spend time with you on me. I wasn't going to send her. I was going to keep her home because I had some things I wanted to do this weekend, but with the rain, I don't think that's going to happen. So might as well let her get out. She got some friends and stuff like that down that way that she can go play with and hang with for the weekend. So why not? Hey, Jacqueline, it might be nice to listen today. She said I might be nice and listen. When you don't listen, Bridget, when you don't listen and when you're not nice, what's up with that? Hey Tracy, how you doing, love? Now I am driving, you guys, so if I don't respond, please don't take it as me being rude. It's safety first, safety first, safety first. But when I can peek over and check you guys out, I will. Oh, I hate when my windshield wipers sound like and no, I don't need new ones. These are brand new windshield wipers. How do you get it to stop doing that? How do you get that squeaky sound to stop? I don't know if it's because it's raining, but it's not raining hard enough, but it's annoying. Like the rain is kind of like it's coming down enough that you need your windshield wipers on, but it's not coming down fast enough that it's like, pouring. Where are you guys checking in from? I know where a couple of you are, but where are you guys checking in from? And are you guys affected by the storm? I know that there are a couple of places that have been hit with rain and electric. I know Toya said that they didn't have electric earlier. I don't know if her electric is back on. I know it was some windows aren't wet enough. Well, they need to get wetter. Ooh, you know what I meant. 40, not 49. Change the wipers. No, they knew, Bridget. They knew. And wipers be costing a couple dollars. They know. I just got them put on. I don't even think I've used them 3 times yet. Hey, Steph. She said checking it from NC. It's really bad in the mountains. Ooh. Are you in the mountains, Steph? Hopefully not. I know depending on where you are in like the states you guys are, you'll get like different. You guys are going through like different things. Like one of my friends, one of one of them are barbecuing while like a couple of hours away from her, they are doing evacuations on freaking hospital roofs. So I know it just depends on where you fall. Daytona Beach, Florida, not too bad, but Tampa area hit hard. Sheesh. I heard that in Florida. I was watching a clip of what was it, Treasure Island, Florida, where the dam had broke or something, and it was just water was like cars were under the water. I was like, sheesh. We're having tornadoes just south of me, but I'm on the coast in North Carolina. Well, I'm happy you're safe, Joe. My son is in Florida, but thank God it was windy and rain, but not as bad as other parts of the state. I'm happy to hear that your baby is safe. She said it's nice and sunny in Georgia now. Well, hopefully everyone who lost power and Wi-Fi, that y'all stuff will be up and running momentarily. I know it's such an inconvenience a lot of times when we stuff like that really shows us how comfortable we have become. Like it really do. Because things like cell service and electric going out, it send most of us into like a hissy fit. You know what I'm saying? When there are people that have storms and damn near lose their homes, if not actually lost their homes. You know what I'm saying? So I think in times like this, it kind of show us how reliant we have become on become with certain things. And I wonder this. I wonder, like, in situations like this where cell phones are affected, if you had a landline, like if we have regular landlines, like we did before, like, would you still be able to pick up your house phone call like it was a landline? Not these Wi-Fi, internet phone services they have now, but the ones with the hard wires. Like, would you be able to pick up your, what is it, Bell? What is it? Was it Bell phone service? I think it was called Bell phone service. Y'all remember when we used to get those big old thick books delivered to our house, the white pages and the yellow pages? Do people still do that? Do people still get like those big thick books with the yellow pages and the white pages? Do they still get that? And if they, why don't we? Is it because the internet is available now so you can just Google it? You haven't had a landline in years. I had a landline, but it wasn't really a landline because it was through the internet. I had something called Magic Jack. A couple of years ago, I remember getting Magic Jack because my son was acting up, and I was like, you're going to need a way for me to contact you, but you're not going to have a cell phone. So I went and got a Magic Jack, which was a landline, and I made sure I got a short cord so he couldn't drag the phone from the living room all the way down to his room or whatever. That was the last time I had a landline. But I came on here to talk about Miss Charles and Miss Netta. Mr. Charles and Miss Netta. I don't know if you guys have been following it. I have been following it a little bit. I'm not going to even lie, like I've been like super tuned into it. I've been kind of stuck on the whole Robert Hampton, Brianna, 2K and Amora beef because 2K and Amora been beefing. Let me tell you something. I watched 2K's video he put up, I think it was yesterday. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but it was only like 30 minutes long. And he highlighted how much the lady Amora had covered Robert Hampton in the last 2 months. And I have to say, I was flabbergasted at the amount of hours that she has to put in on this individual. Like, just generally speaking, because from where I sit, y'all know, for those who know me, know I try to do an hour. And when that hour hit, when I see that joint say 1 hour, I be trying to run up off this live. Like, an hour is normally like my boundary. I don't want to go any further. I start to break out in hives. Like, I don't want to be on here for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Like, I don't know how people do it. I can understand, like, when a conversation is interesting and sometimes it just carries on over, because if you're having a good conversation or a good dialogue, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you allow it to carry over, but every day, multiple times a day, and this is just me generally speaking, not saying more specifically, but every day, multiple times, I just can't do it. I can't do more than an hour. But he highlighted a video that Amora had covered on Robert Hampton, and it was for almost 12 hours long. So I'm like, she had to have left like her live stream up. Maybe she thought she ended the live and she didn't end the live. You know what I'm saying? Because it happens. I've had it happen to me. So I went to go check out the live stream, giving her the benefit of the doubt. And I was like, she was talking the whole 12 hours. She was like reading over court documents and like different stuff like that for 12 hours. 12 hours. Ain't no, you know it, Joe. I'll be ready to go. After an hour, I'm ready to clock out and get up out of here. 12 hours? I thought nobody could run down on a live stream longer than a TEC. I didn't think anybody would be able to outbeat the TEC. Now, I know when we used to do, what was the panel called? After Dark? Was it the After Dark panel? When I used to sit on the panel with Shalay. Now, I know sometimes we would clock up some hours on there sometimes, but people would be falling asleep on the panel. You know, we have to mute people. We dropping people off like, but 12 hours? That's crazy. But he clocked in the last 2 months that she put in like 188 hours just covering Robert Hampton, like, alone. That's insane. Like, that's insane. I can't. That's insane to me. That's like, I mean, but do what you gotta do if you're running up a bag. If you clocking them numbers, I can understand. I'm not even gonna hold you. If this is what she does full time, if she's not doing anything else, and when she clocking and do her live, she running up numbers. I know her. I know her viewers be dropping super chats and super stickers and cash apps on her. She probably running up a bag for these lives. So if I was running up a big bag for each one of my lives, I might be prone to come on here and run up them type of hours too. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you. So it might not even be about Robert Hampton. It might be about the check. I'm not gonna leave no money. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I probably will, because I just don't know if I can do it. I don't have that much time in the day. It's not that much time in the day. I got too many things I need to do. I mean, I have young children. I have a daughter. I have a husband. It doesn't sound like she has any young children in her household. And I know that she's married, but I think her husband is deployed. I think he's still in the service. He's deployed, I think. So she probably ain't got nothing but a bunch of downtime. So why not go on live? And a lot of times in this day and age, our social activities are now online. Like, and that's just the truth of the matter. A lot of times, a lot of us get our social time on social media. So if I'm running up a big enough bag, and I'm thinking, because first I was like, she tripping, but then I'm like, wait, if I'm running up a big enough bag, and if I got some of my closest people online that's going to hold me down throughout my lives, I probably would do it too. But about I probably would do it too. I'm not even gonna hold you. But so my point was, I have been more invested in those things than the Charles and Miss Netta thing. But I have seen some stuff buzzing. It looks like Miss Hillary has created a YouTube channel, and she has continued to clock tea on Miss Netta and Charles. She still ain't provided no proof, but she's back to clocking her tea. Now, the last thing I had heard about Miss Hillary, and then I kind of didn't hear much about her for just a little bit, not a long time, but just a little bit. She had one MIA for a little bit, from what I could tell. I might have just been missing her lives or whatever, but it had been quiet a little bit after I heard about she had filed like lawsuits against a bunch of people, including Miss Netta and Charles, the guy named Umar. She had filed a protective order and a lawsuit against him, and it was someone else. She had a couple of lawsuits out there, like, swirling about right before Miss Netta and them went on their cruise. So she recently had someone come up on her panel that is supposed to be from Miss Netta's neighborhood. They supposed to know Miss Netta and them, like, and ran down on some tea about Miss Netta and them. Now they are claiming that Charles has some type of STD. I'm not going to say what it is, because I wouldn't put that on nobody. I'm not putting that. I'm not going to put that on nobody without no type of proof. Like, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But they're claiming that he has some type of STD. They're also claiming that Miss Netta allegedly groomed Charles, and that was a bunch of different things that played into it, and da 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 da. And a lot of like the old stuff that she's always said, like Miss Netta is controlling, and she treats Charles bad, and everything is kind of under wraps, and da 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 da. And I want to know, if you guys have been following that story, how many of you believe it? They still claiming that Miss Netta and Charles' marriage is fake, that is not real. Some people believe that they made up like a fake document, and the document that she showed is not real. Now, I will tell y'all this. She told us where to go look her up. She said you can go look at where they from, Silicaga, Alabama, or something like that. I might be chopping it up. But she was like, y'all can go there and go look up their marriage certificate. And I actually went to go look it up, but you have to pay for it, and I'm not paying for it. I'm not that invested to pay for like documents. If somebody know how to look it up where I can just pull it up online and see it for free, I'm all for it. But I'm not paying no fees to get no documentations. Like, I'm not doing all that. But I'm like, somebody, I forget who it was, but there was a page where they said they like compared her certificate to what an alleged real certificate looks like, and they believe that the marriage is fake. I don't know. It seems pretty crazy. Seems pretty crazy to me for someone to claim that their marriage is real when it's public record and people could go look it up, and for them to run with the story knowing that if people go look it up, they're going to find out that is a lie. That seems a bit much for me. Like, for somebody to lie about something that will be public record, right? And then I'm like, she had this person come up, but they didn't present any like proof for none of the claims that they were making. It was just making claims. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't know if the person was really who they said they were. I don't know if it was true information. I don't know. So I'm gonna say I really don't know. So I don't know. I find it strange the way that I mean, I find that people, it don't matter what it is. If it's clocking numbers, if it's giving you views, they are willing to go through with it because it's all about the numbers. It's all about the check. So if somebody running down on you going to bring you the views, it's going to bring you the money. If somebody putting out a negative image about you, it's going to bring working for them. So I get it. And then people like myself who have like a moral compass, seeing how you could do that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff without like actual proof. Like just taking in, she said, I really don't care. Just taking in the information and just believing it because somebody said it. Like they didn't present no type of proof to you. They didn't present no proof to you. They just was running these things about people. It's crazy to me, but it just goes to show you like how far a dislike for a person will take some people, how far hate for people will take like some individuals. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like something simply because everybody is not like that. I see my numbers like dropping and going back up. If you are tuned into YouTube and you are getting kicked out or you can't really free, and then give it a few moments and you'll be able to interact and engage without any problems. Okay. Um, so I think it's crazy. So I didn't get that far into the video because I'm just like, where is the proof? I don't like satire. I don't like personally, I don't like for people to be like dragged about things that are made up and no proof. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when people just attack people for no reason. An issue for a blog. Some people be like, you're a blogger, so what? Just report it. I'm not going to report on something that can make like proof of it. Like I'm not going to report on. I wouldn't have posted that clip from Hillary's page, reposted it, and help recycle it because I feel like I will be a part of the problem with do things like I feel like I could point out, or if it's something that said that I feel like I could highlight to have people think like consider this, and mesh it with something else, then I would post it to kind of get people to start thinking using their own mind. And most times I won't cover it. And I think as I blog, the more I get into it, the more which might not be good for me because I think the yeah, and seem happy, so that's all that matters. Facts. Why lie and claim you're married if you aren't? Why does anyone really care? Right. Those are the questions. Like now, I know why lying and saying you're married definitely causes a buzz, but lying and running with it and not and telling people to go cutting out. Am I cutting off for everybody? Am I cutting off for everyone? Am I cutting out? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. How was my audio? If my audio was okay, put a blue heart in the comments. If my audio was okay, put a blue heart in the comments. If my audio was choppy, put a red heart in the comments. Blue if my audio is okay, red if my audio is choppy. Blue for okay, red for choppy. Netta has a good gig. Fry some chicken and grease, make instant potatoes and grits, make a big mess, have 1,000 people watching and cutting up. Win-win. Facts. Facts. Psych. Oh wait. Facts. Psych. Facts. Numbers be running it up, and when she be talking about how many people watch her on TikTok, I be like, that's crazy work. But people like to watch stuff like that, and people really tune in just to talk about her in the comments. It be insane stuff in the comments. Hey Thelma. Hey Christine. Said better. Okay. People look too deep into these people's lives on social media. For me, it's all entertainment. It's not that serious. Oh, I'm chopping up for y'all. Some say blue, some say red. I don't know which one it is. They are Miss. Let me tell you, Miss. Watching Miss Netta try not to get into the beef, avoiding the comments, and you can kind of see when she end up going into the comments and reading it. Hey, Miss Christine. You can kind of see what. Hey, she devil. You can kind of see when she go into the comments, start reading the comments. You can see her demeanor change, like her face change, and you can legit see her trying to like hold her mouth closed. You can see Miss Netta trying to legit hold her mouth closed. I be cracking up because she be trying not to get into it, but it's so hard not to read them comments. She need to swipe them off her screen. Um, I think on YouTube when you go live, I feel like yeah, you can swipe the comments off your screen when you go live on YouTube, and I think you can swipe the comments off your screen on TikTok maybe, maybe not, but you gotta stop looking at the screen. I know it's hard. It's so hard, especially when you want to engage with your audience, because it's unfair to the people who are not attacking you. Like it's unfair to your true fans. It's unfair to your true fans. Miss Netta might need to create like for her subs. She might need to go live in her subscribers group. I don't know if she does or not. I'm pretty sure she has some subscribers. She might need to go into her subscribers group and just talk to them people, because if the subscribers fee is high enough, then most times it will only be your supporters that's going to pay that. But you will get one or two people that will come in there just to troll, but they will be easier to pick out. So like if somebody came in there just to troll you, it will be easier for you to boot them. But 9 times out of 10, they're not going to say nothing because they are in a subscribers group as a mole hoping to catch something to be able to post it. So you won't get the negative feedback like in your subscribers group. Most of the time they're going to stay quiet. I was on a show. She didn't read comments, but she read one. It said something about her. It said something about her choking. Oh my gosh. Not choking. Let me tell y'all, Lily be living her best life on their lives. Okay, just click clacking through the streets of Miss Nutter and Charles. You always hear her little footsteps running back and forth like she got the zoomies. She said, thank God it's Friday, y'all. Have a great weekend, everybody. Her Versace bathing ensemble that she wore on the cruise and then in her kitchen was memorable. I'm done. Have you seen the TikTok with Miss Netta being clowned? It was cute though. The one in her bathing suit, Sweet Truth, when she was in her hot tub. You talking about the one with the Versace bathing suit? I haven't seen the TikTok, but I've seen pictures and stuff circulating on Facebook. And I get people like to just be mean. People like to just be mean on social media. And everybody like, oh, what is that? Miss Netta had weight loss surgery. It's loose skin. She did it to better her health. She had health issues. She was a big lady or big dude, whatever you want to refer her to. And when she lost the weight, it's loose skin. I be sitting there like, dang, they be dragging her. But I'm like, how many women do I know that went through the same procedure and have loose skin, and we be bigging them up, cheering them on? And I get it. People don't like the way Miss Nutter responds. But if you give me something to respond negative, if you're not going to talk bad about me, and I ain't going to get back on you. You know what I'm saying? She definitely be showing off that BBL. And people be hating because you definitely see it different from before. She went from flat to a little fat. She went from flat. No, the one with the little boy. No, I haven't seen the one with the little boy. What up, trending scenes? That's what people are trying to say, Melissa. But as far as I know, they are married. And then I seen a post with her old manager Carlos put up saying that they don't own the videos to their wedding and reception. But in the caption, it says that he got it for them. So I'm like, well, how do you say in the caption it was for them, but then say that you want to sue them if they post it? I'm confused. So was it for them or was it not for them? And why are you still so invested in Charles and Miss Netta if y'all have moved on? Why are you still so invested? That's weird to me. Sweets, I watched that video like 10 times on your page today. Most of the people who drag her deep down inside wish they had the confidence of not giving a fudge. I know I wish I had her confidence. Summer, I do apologize for going ham yesterday, but those two lone birds piss me off. What you talking about, Joe? You talking about on that post that I put up congratulating Lucy? You always interrupt my Judge Judy time, but now I gotta watch you. Wait, do Judge Judy still come on? I used to love watching Judge Judy. Well, I gotta be out here in these streets getting my baby girl doing my little ride along, so why not come along with me? I'm about to actually jump up off here because I have to go get my baby girl. Oh, let me tell you all about that real quick. I'm trying to give her as much time as possible because today is going to be her last day for. Oh, so my ride along time is probably going to be changing for y'all. Okay, so listen. Today is going to be my daughter's last day at her daycare, unfortunately. To no fault of my own. It was not my decision. I was forced into a decision to pull her out. I had received a letter. I had received the email a couple of weeks ago, which I didn't see at first. I didn't know I received the email until I came to pick her up one day, and there was a letter last week on the desk for me. And when I opened it, I went to go search my email, and in the letter it read that they are going to be implementing now the place where she goes. Keep in mind the place that she goes to get her child provides childcare. It is on the grounds of a church. They offer church services here, right? um, which was a concern for me. For those who know, I'm Muslim. My daughter, we practice Islam. So when she first started going here, it was that was a concern of mine. But after talking to the staff and stuff, they respected, our boundaries. If they had something that would be going on that was religious based, that would be, a conflict of interest for us, they had no problem with either separating her and giving her some other activities to do, or giving me a heads up so I would not send her in that day. Now, some of y'all may not know, like my daughter doesn't come to the child care services after school program because I necessarily need her to, like because I have to go to work or something like that. I solely pay for child care for her for socializing time because she's the only child at home, and this would give her an opportunity to socialize with other children her age, to play around, to have fun because it's just her at home. Um, and I found out later after reading the note that they have new owners, right? So anyway, they are implementing a program now on Fridays where they're going to be having something similar to a church service on Fridays. And the lady said she had considered allowing me to either not have her come in on Fridays or separating her and giving her an activity to do while they did their thing. But she said that she decided that that's not what she wanted to do, that she didn't want to give me the option of not bringing her in or separating her. So I had to make a choice about whether I wanted her to continue to attend or if I wanted to pull her out. So when I emailed her back, I'm like, I don't understand. This is her third year attending here. I said, I don't understand why this year is all of a sudden a problem. I said, the last 2 years she's attended, the ladies have always worked with me around this issue. Like, I understand it's a faith based thing, and I understand y'all rules are y'all rules. But why were they able to work with me the last 2 years, and now we're in the third year in, and now it's like, no, we can't work with you anymore. So I was like, I was confused. And then she was like, I spoke to so and so and looked through your previous applications. And she was like, you never marked off that you didn't want her to participate. You always signed that page. And I said, I'm not going to say that I didn't. I said, a lot of times going through that paperwork, I'm just signing, initialing, and checking off what I need. I'm not really reading. A lot of people don't read. Most people are just signing and checking off the things they need on applications that they know need to be filled out. I said, so I'm not saying that I didn't sign it. I said, but if you talk to the staff, I've had conversations with them personally, and they have always worked with me around those things. And she was like, well, as you said, our facilities rules are our rules, so you have a decision to make. And I'm like, damn, it's like that. So no, they don't, because they face based trending scenes, and it's one of the forms you fill out is to agree to their terms, right? Otherwise, I guess they won't let you attend. attend. Excuse me. So when I came in after reading and going back and forth with her in emails, I learned that they have new owners. She said the old owners were very flexible. They didn't have an issue with us running the program how we saw fit and making it work. She said, but these new owners, they actually live close by across the street from the facility. And she was like, they are sticklers for their rules. They are not as flexible as the old people. So unfortunately, I had to tell my daughter the other day that Friday was going to be her last day and explain to her why. And I felt so bad. She was so heartbroken, like crying and everything. And I'm just like, I understand like the rules are the rules. Your rules are your rules. And if this is how you want to run your facility, I get it. I'm like, but this is our third year in. Why all of a sudden now, y'all can't bend? So now the friends that my daughter has acquired, she's now separated from. Um, and like now her routine is going to change. So I'm looking for another program for her, but it still won't change like the friendships and the bonds and stuff that she created. So she was super upset when I came in. The lady was like, I am so sorry. She was like, a lady has been upset all day and this, that, and the third, but I couldn't not tell her because I wanted to give her the opportunity to say her bye. So yesterday we ended up going out and going to make we went and bought some little gift bags and we made little gift bags for our entire class. They allowed her to bring it in. And then it was like 5 or 6 people that she felt the closest to. So we put little cards in those individual bags and left like contact information, her iPad, her iPad contact information and my contact information for the parents, for them to keep in touch. Hopefully, they can have play dates outside of that. But I think that was such a bummer that the owner knew there were options, but just wasn't willing to give me those options so that she could have stayed in the program. I'm gonna I don't think it's one near me, Joe. I don't think it's one near me, but I also pay for the YMCA, and I think the YMCA has a program there. The only thing is I don't think the YMCA will pick her up from school. So this service picked her up from school and then I just picked her up from here. So I am gonna look into some other services because I still want her to have that social time. I don't want her to end up just at home with me doing nothing a lot of times because I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not that mom. We will do stuff like together, but I'm not finna be, that's not me. I'm not even gonna lie and pretend. And so that's why I paid for for childcare because it's unfair to her that I'm not that mom that's going to be doing crafts and activities every single day. I'm just not. Like I'm honest with myself. So that she didn't get the short end of the stick, I paid for childcare. So I'm going to look for another child. I've been looking and emailing different places trying to see what could be a good fit um for her and one that's affordable because childcare is expensive. So I'm willing to bite the bullet, but I'm not finna pay an arm and a leg. So until I could figure out another place, what I'm probably going to do is take her to the Y after school a couple of times out the week, which will force me to get out of the house, which I need to anyway. And I'll probably be in the gym while she's doing her thing with the kids her age. So it'll be a benefit for the both of us in the end. But let me go get her before it be freaking 6 o'clock. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. But I just wanted to kind of fill y'all in about that because I thought that sucked for her. She was super sad. How you doing about it? So yeah, I will put them on blast on social media and call the local news. They will change their mind real quick. I'm not gonna do that, Tristan. When I first read it, I definitely thought about it. I'm not gonna hold you, but I'm not gonna do that. It is what it is. It's their facility. It's their rules. It's even like in a stuff when they think like a facility is a church, like Warnings that is a church. So it just is what it is, But let me get off here and I'm gonna talk to y'all later.